Magandang araw. So we are now on the last part of our discussion for this week. We have the continuation of our work and energy. So our topic for today is power and efficiency as well as conservation of forces and energy. Parehong maigsi lang yung topic na to because napag-aralan naman na natin yung principles or yung fundamentals ng work and energy. So more on expansion, addition na lang tayo or let's say applications of those work and energy relationships. Okay, so let's start our discussion. So for power and efficiency, our objective is that at the end of this discussion, you will be able to apply the principle of work and energy to analyze power and efficiency. Okay, and efficiency related problems. So napaka simple lang ng ating objective. I-apply lang daw natin yung principles of work and energy para makapag-evaluate tayo ng power and efficiency. Now, ano ba si power? Di ba pinag-aralan natin before si work, yun naman yung the amount of distance, di ba? Multiplied by the force. Okay? So, pagdating naman kay power, si power is the rate at which the work is done or transferred. Okay? Or energy is transferred. Basically, ang pinag-uusapan kay power is gaano kabilis. Okay? Gaano kabilis magawa yung isang trabaho. Okay? In simpler term, it's how quickly an engine can get a vehicle moving or keep it moving. Di ba pagka ang pinag-uusapan natin before sa work, pag nagtulak tayo ng box, yung distance na tinravel ng box, multiplied dun sa force na in-apply mo, that is our work. Okay? However, if the question is, gaano kabilis mo na itulak yung ating box from point A to point B, yun na naman ay power. Okay? So, si work, okay? So, si work is yung capacity natin na maitulak yung box irregardless of time, kahit gaano yan katagal. Okay? Pero pagdating kay power, pinag-uusapan, malakas ka ba, gaano mo kabilis maitutulak yung box na ito. Okay? Kasi kung yung tao, kung isa mahina, isa malakas, maitutulak naman nila pareho. Yung isa nga lang, mas matagal bago niya matulak or mas mas maraming force siyang effort na kailangan siyang i-exert. Okay? When it comes naman sa efficiency, it is the ratio of the output power to the input power. It tells us how well a machine converts the energy it gets into a useful work without wasting too much of it has is okay? Without wasting too much of it as heat or noise. So basically, when we say efficiency, gaano ka-powerful yung isang system to convert yung ating binigay sa kanya na power, okay, into an output power. Let's say meron kang machine, di ba? Ito, kitang-kita natin to sa mga appliances, yung efficiency sa mga makina, sa sasakyan. Okay? Kung meron kayong isang machine, pag isinaksak ko siya at kumakain siya ng 100 kilowatt 1 kilowatt na kuryente kada isang oras, okay? Ang tanong doon is gaano naman yung kaya niyang ilabas. Meron kasing tinatawag na losses. So sa thermodynamics, yung mga losses na yan, natatransfer into heat and noise. Yan yung mga losses. Ibig sabihin, bumababa yung energy natin na natatransfer because yung iba doon ay nako-convert into heat. Similar with friction. Okay? So si friction, ang nangyayari kay friction, yung ating energy coming up from the friction, kaya siya laging minaminus, is because yung energy na nagmumula kay friction ay nata-turn into heat. Okay? Umiinit. Kaya ang nangyayari kahit wala siyang ginagawang output doon sa ating object, yung energy ay nalolos due to heat. Okay? Again, the power is the rate, okay, at which the work is done. Gaano kabilis yung trabaho, and efficiency naman is gaano kasulit yung binibigay nating energy sa isang object para siya ay makapagbigay ng output. As for the formula, so dalawa ang formula ng power na kailangan natin tandaan. The first one is the general. This is the amount of work divided by time. Basically, amount of work lang yan divided by time. Kaya gaano niya katagal ginawa yung isang work. Pagdating naman sa velocity, it can also be written as the force multiplied by the velocity. Okay? So, si power ay scalar. So, hindi nagne-negative si power. Okay? So, the basic unit of power in SI system is watt. At kapag ka naman tayo ay nasa FPS or imperial, ang ginagamit natin ay horsepower. Yung 1 watt, that is 1 joule newton meter per second, at yung 1 horsepower naman, that is 550 pound, pound per seconds. Foot pound per seconds, or ito rin ay 6,600 pound inch per seconds. Okay? For conversion, yung 1 horsepower ay equivalent sa 746 watts. Para sa efficiency naman, that is just input over output. Ratio lang yan ng input over output. Pwedeng in terms of energy, pwede rin naman in terms of power. So let's continuing our discussion. We are on problem 1. Sabi dito, a lift is designed to transport 1,000 boxes per hour from a base A to the summit B. The average mass of a box is 70 kg and the average speed of the lift is 75 meters per minute. Determine letter A, the average power. And then letter B, we have to get the capacity of the motor. Okay? So, yan lang naman yung tanong, power capacity ng motor at tapos yung ating average power. So, kung titingnan natin yung system natin, okay, meron tayo ditong makina. So, may makina daw na humihila sa mga crates na to or sa boxes na to na ang timbang ng bawat isa ay 70 kilograms. So, ngayon, kailangan nating hanapin yung power na kailangang i-exert, okay, or effort na kailangang i-exert ng machine para mabuhat niya tong ating weight na to. So, therefore, ang kailangan nating gawin ay either gamitin yung weight or yung force na ina-exert niya. Kasi ang formula ng power is the amount work over time or the force times velocity. However, may velocity tayo pero ala tayong force, hindi natin alam kung gaano niya kalakas hinihila itong mga ito. So, hindi natin masasolve using this equation. Pero alam natin na ang hinila niya ay 1,000 boxes. So, in-overcome nung makina yung work done by weight. So, kinontra niya. Kasi yung work done by weight pababa, yung work done na ginawa ng makina ay upward. Okay? So, in this case, ito yung misconception nagiging negative ito, yung work done by weight. But in this case, positive yan kasi ang tinutukoy natin dito na work is yung work na ginawa ng makina at hindi yung work na ginawa ng weight. Yung work na ginawa ng makina pataas, inangat niya yung 1,000 boxes na may timbang na 9.81 with the height of 300 meters. Yaan yung ginawa niya. 70 lang. Then, weight nga pala tayo. So, we have to multiply it by 9.81 para maging joules ito. So, the total amount work done by our machine or the lift is 1,000 times 70 times 9.81 times 300 yung height. We have 206.01 times 10 to 6 joules, or that is in Newton meter. Okay? So, ginamit lang natin yung work Y. Pero in this case, yung W na yan ang tinutukoy natin ay yung work na ginawa ng machine, hindi po yung ginawa ng weight. Kasi kapag ginawa ng weight ang pinag-uusapan, negative. Pero pag yung ginawa ng machine na paghatak, positive yon. Okay? So, to get the power, we have 206.01 times 10 to 6 Newton meter divided by the total time na ginawa niya, which is 1 hour daw. Kada isang oras, 1,000 bucks, or that is 3,600 seconds. So the power exerted by the machine to overcome the weight is 57,225 watts. So now ang tanong naman sa atin is, ano daw yung capacity ng ating motor given that meron tayong efficiency na 0.85%. But before we proceed, I want to correct something. Yung efficiency natin, that is equivalent to the output over input. Okay? Ano yung pinasok sa makina, ano naman yung nilabas na kailangan ng makina. So, itong ginawa natin 57.225 watts, ito yung output natin. So, ang hinahanap pala natin ay yung input ng ating machine. Pero may sinabi yung problem. Meron daw tayong 300% overload. So, tataas pa tayo ng 300%. So, kung initially 1,000 boxes lang, tataas pa yon by 300 pa. Okay, so magiging 4,000 boxes. Okay, so therefore, our output power or output work, power na lang gamitin natin, wag na work. Our power output is equivalent to 57.225 tapos mamumultiply sa initially ang capacity natin ay 1 tapos nadagdagan tayo ng 3. Okay, 300%. So that is, ang total output ngayon natin ay 57.225 times 4. So baliktad pala yung nasa module. My bad. So, pati nasa presentation ko, baliktad yata yung nalagay ko. So, that is 229 kilowatt na to. Kinonvert ko na into kilowatt. So, therefore, kung hinahanap natin ay input, that is the output over the 0.85. So, our P input, yung ipinasok natin ay 8.9 over 0.85. We have 269.29 kilowatts. Ito yung kailangan nating ipasok sa system. Laging mas mababa si input kaysa kay output. Okay? Laging mas mababa si output kaysa kay input. Lower ito due to heat transfer. Dahil umiinit yung makina, nababawasan yung ating output. Ito naman ay mas mataas. Mas mataas yung effort na ibinibigay natin sa makina pero malinti lang yung nilalabas niya. So that is our efficiency. And that's it for this problem. See you on the next one. Moving to our next problem, we have here, sabi dito, the man in the figure pushes on the 50-kilogram crate with a force F equivalent to 50 Newton. So determine the power supplied by the man when the time is equivalent to 4 seconds. The coefficient of kinetic friction, okay, between the floor and the crate is 0.2 and initially the crate is at rest. So our initial velocity is equivalent to 0. Our mu is 0.2. Meron tayong time, given yung time natin na 4 seconds. So pwede natin kunin yung work or pwede natin kunin yung ating velocity kahit alin naman parehong tama. So i-try na lang natin yung kabilang side ng solution. Velocity naman yung kunin natin since na-try na natin yung sa work over time. So in this case, velocity ang hahanapin natin. Yung box natin nag-travel on a surface papunta dito. At yung total travel time na meron tayo ay 4 seconds. So meron ditong applied force na 150 Newton. So the distance travel is from here to here. Okay? So this is our distance travel. Sabi natin, power is work over time or force times velocity. So ito naman, paano kung velocity naman muna yung kunin natin? So to do that, we can either use the work and energy equation or we can use the Newton's second law. So try natin ng work and energy. So work and energy tayo. This is our point 1 and this is our point 2. Sabi natin sa work and energy from 1 to 2, we have here 1/2 mv1 squared plus u from point 1 to 2 is equivalent sa 1/2 mv2 squared. Given naman yung mass ng ating crate. So, sabi ng problem, initially at rest daw tayo, so velocity at first is 0. So, ang mga work natin dito, meron tayong work done by the force, meron tayong work done by the friction which is minus. Wala namang spring, walang variable force, wala ring weight kasi walang vertical displacement. Nagkakaroon lang ng work yung weight kapag may vertical displacement. So, in this case, wala na. That is equal to 1 half mv2 squared. So, kunin natin yung work done by force. So, since horizontal yung meron tayo, so this is, ang horizontal component ng force natin ay 150 times 4 over 5 multiplied by the distance traveled minus, okay, our frictional force naman is mu. So, kunin natin yung n. Wala pala tayong n. So, this is W and then this is n. Pag nag-equation of motion tayo, summation forces vertical is equivalent to the mass times area acceleration vertical. Since ito ay 0, okay, therefore, summation forces vertical is equal to 0. Our n is equivalent to W. So, that is, we have mu 0.20 times our W ay 50 times 9.81 times S. Okay? That is equal sa 1 half ng 50 B2 squared. Unfortunately, yung pag gumamit tayo ng work and energy, hindi natin alam yung magiging distance S. So, hindi natin to makukuha. At the same time, since wala tayong distance S, hindi rin natin magagamit yung formula na ito. Okay? Kailangan natin lumipat ng solution using Newton's second law. Nag-Newton's second law na actually tayo. Ay, second law. Okay, nag-Newton's second law na tayo dito pero sa vertical. Gawa naman tayo ng equation of motion natin on horizontal. Okay. So ito ko, mistake na natin to, ano? Hindi natin makuha yung velocity kasi walang S eh. So equation of motion tayo on horizontal na lang. So we have here summation of forces vertical is equivalent to the mass times the acceleration, horizontal. Yan. So meron tayo ditong horizontal force. Uy, meron tayong hindi na consider dito. Ngayon ko lang napansin. Naka-inclined nga pala yung ating force. So, may vertical component tayo dito. So, our N is not just simply equal to W. So, our N is F multiplied by 3 over 5 plus W. Yung N natin equal sa dalawang pababa. So, dito, that should be corrected, no? But in anyway, hindi naman na natin to gagamitin. So, hayaan na muna natin. Correct na lang natin later on. So, meron na tayong normal force. Sige, tuloy na natin. So, the forces horizontal, meron tayong 150 times the component niya is 4 over 5. Then, minus natin yung friction, yung frictional force dito, FF. Okay? So, dito meron tayong FF. So, nagkakaroon tayo ng component dito na Fx or F horizontal. Tapos may F vertical tayo dito or F vertical, F horizontal na lang natin to. Okay? Sige. So, yung our F horizontal ay 150 multiplied by 4 over 5 and our FF or F nung ating friction that is 0.2 yung mu multiplied by our normal force which is 150 times 3 over 5 plus yung ating W na 50 kilogram times 9.81. 50 kilogram times 9.81 close. And that is equivalent sa our mass na 50 kilogram times the acceleration horizontal. So dito makukuha muna natin yung acceleration. So that is 150 times 4 over 5 minus 0.2 times 150 raised to 3 over 5 plus 50 times 9.81. Then, divide natin to pareho sa 50 para, ay. So, we have an acceleration of 0.078 meters per second squared. So, since may acceleration na tayo, kunin naman natin yung velocity using rectilinear motion. Constant naman, rectilinear motion. Constant naman yung acceleration natin. Constant acceleration. So, constant ang acceleration, yung three equations of motion yung gagamitin natin. So, kunin na lang natin yung velocity na meron tayo, okay? So, the velocity here is using wala tayong distance, may time tayo. Okay, final velocity is equal to initial velocity plus 80. Okay, kasi hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung involved sa distance dahil wala tayo nun. So, our final velocity is, initial velocity daw ay 0 dahil at rest, plus 0.078. Tapos, tinulak daw natin ng 4 seconds. So, our final velocity is 0.078 times 4 seconds. We have 0.312 meters per seconds. And this is our answer for velocity pa lang. Balik na tayo kay power. So, the power na ginawa ng tao o yung lakas ng tao ay equivalent sa force na in-exert niya times the velocity na napagalaw niya yung box. Yung power na pinag-uusapan natin dito ay yung power lang, again, na in-exert ng tao. Hindi lahat ng power na meron tayo. So, ang in-exert na power ng tao ay 150. Yan yung kinuha nating lakas sa kanya. Tapos, napagalaw daw niya ng 0.312 meters per second. So, ang kapangyarihan ng tao sa sistemang ito ay 46. Nakalimutan natin ilagay yung components. So, 150, component muna natin, 4 over 5. 4 over 5. So, hindi natin nailagay yung component. So, the kapangyarihan niya ngayon ay 37.44. So, yan yung kanyang nagawang effort. Okay? So, the power is 37.44 and that is the answer for this